Hello and welcome to a day in 15 minutes UPSC Prelims Daily Current Affairs. Today is 12th December 2019 and the topics we are going to discuss is World Anti-Doping Agency, International Union for Conservation of Nature, Climate Change Performance Index, then we have Land Boundary Agreement, again Data on Drug Abuse, Skills Build Platform and Jaga Mission. Okay, so it's a long list, long way to go. So coming to the first topic, World's Anti-Doping Agency. So this is in news because the World Anti-Doping Agency, they imposed a 4-year ban on Russia. So what is this? This is basically a foundation. It's a foundation initiated by International Olympic Committee to actually promote and monitor the fight against drugs that has been used in sports. So it was initially started in 1999 as an international independent agency, and the main aim is to have bring consistency to anti-doping policies and regulation within the sports organization and the government also. Government, they will provide help, extend a hand to the government also to actually curb the use of drug in the sports sector. And the headquarters is in Montreal, Canada. So what are the key features of this particular organization? One thing is research, as it is common for every organization, research. Then education, development. Okay, these are the various aspects of activities that has been done by WADA. And again, monitoring of the World Anti-Doping Code. That is a code. What is it for? It's anti-doping code. It is actually a document. It harmonizes the anti-doping policies in all sports and all countries. So it is like a apex thing, or it is like coordinating all the anti-doping policies in one single capsule. That is called as the anti-doping code. So this is also under their activity. And talking about another organization in relation to this, it is NADA. So whatever we spoke till now was WADA. Okay, World Anti-Doping Agency. NADA is a national anti-doping agency. This agency is responsible for the control of drugs in sports in India, and it is formed under Union Government under Society Registration Act. So it is under Society Registration Act. It's a statutory body and it works under Union Government, and they also have many policies and rules which collide or conform to the WADA. So it also includes scientists for research purposes and representatives from Indian Olympic Association. Okay, this thing is clear? Fine. Coming to the next topic, International Union for Conservation of Nature, IUCN. IUCN is a very familiar organization. There is nothing much to say about it, but still we'll brief it. Why it is in news? Because they have added around 1,800 new species to its catalogs of plants and animals that risk extinction. Okay, so I'll tell you what IUCN is. It is basically a membership union. It has both the members from civil society as well as from government. Okay, and it was founded in 1948. Fine. And it is started as International Union for Protection of Nature, IUPN. The initial name was IUPN. Okay, then it was followed by a international conference in Fontainebleau in France. It was renamed as IUCN in which year? In 1956. Okay, so initially in 1948 when it was formed, its name was IUPN, and in 1956 its name was changed to IUCN. This thing is clear, and it's the first world's global environmental organization. The headquarters is in Gland. Gland is in Switzerland. There are many organizations the headquarters is situated in Gland, and it is the only international observer organization in UN General Assembly with which actually discusses the expertise issue about climate change or environment or biodiversity, nature conservation. These are taken into account. Okay, and it has official observer status at United Nations General Assembly also, and it has thousands of field projects going on in the world, around the world, which try to manage the natural environment. Fine. The next topic we are going to deal is climate change performance index. So this is in news because India is among the top 10 countries with higher climate performance as per released by this particular index. So that is why this is in news. The index is released recently. So we'll talk about the index, the climate change performance index. It is an independent monitoring tool of countries which based on the climate protection performance. It aims to enhance the transparency in international climate politics, and also it will compare the climate protection efforts of various countries and rank according to them. Fine. And the important fact is who releases it. Okay, it is released by German Watch. Very important because every year they are releasing it. Okay, so it is released by German Watch, and there is another institution called as New Climate Institute and also the Climate Action Network. So three people together, German Watch, New Climate Institute, and again one more is there, Climate Change Network. So these three, climate change, not climate change, climate action network. So these three together releases climate change performance index, and there are 14 major categories which has been placed under broad 4 categories. One thing is greenhouse gas emission. That is very important. Okay, one thing is greenhouse gas emission. Second thing is renewable energy. Again, important. The third thing is energy use. Energy use means what is the type of energy that we are using. For example, India is using more of thermal energy through thermal power plants. So such things, what is the amount of renewable energy we are using, what is the type of other energies using, and how much are we using, that is the energy use. So that is also one criteria. And then climate policy. Even though we are doing all this, we should have some policy. We should follow some rules and regulations to control the climate within the country. So that is also a criteria under climate change performance index. And India ranked 9th in the index. This is clear? The next topic we are going to deal is the land boundary agreement. So the land boundary, the famous land boundary agreement, it is between India and India and Bangladesh, that you very well know. So there was a report released by civil rights organization on the situation in the enclaves, and we actually exchanged some enclaves from India to Bangladesh and Bangladesh to India due to this land boundary agreement. So there are been issues happening. So the civil rights organization has reported this issue. That is why it is in news. So under land boundary agreement, the Bangladeshi enclaves in India and the Indian enclaves in Bangladesh were transferred in 2015. So these enclaves are transferred, and the agreement, it involved around 17,000 acres in Bangladesh in return for the 7,000 acres in West Bengal, Assam, Meghalaya and Tripura. So remember these 4 states, it's West Bengal, Assam, Tripura and Meghalaya, these 4 states. Okay, and it also required to amend the constitution, and that was the 119th constitutional amendment. That also you remember, 119th constitutional amendment. So remember who the land boundary agreement is between who? India and Bangladesh. It is to transfer the enclaves from both sides. The states involved in India are West Bengal, Assam, Tripura and Meghalaya, and it is 119th amendment. That's all you have to remember. The next topic here to discuss is data on drug abuse. So this is in news because the National Crime Record Bureau, they have informed that a total of around 800 or 900 people have died due to drug overdose in the country. That is why it is in news. It's based on a survey. Okay, so a national survey was conducted to estimate for 8 categories of psychoactive substances. One is alcohol, the common thing. Then there is cannabis. Okay, then opioid. Okay, then there is cocaine. You know this, right? Cocaine is there. Then there is another thing called as ATS. It is amphetamine type stimulants, ATS. Then sedatives. whatever medical treatment we are using the sedatives for, that is also used for used as drugs. Then there is inhalants. Okay, then there is hallucinogens. These are the 8 categories categorized. Okay, so the survey found that India is home to around 6 crore alcohol addict, more than the population of around 172 world nations, including Italy. Okay, and India only less than 3% of the people with the drinking problem get any treatment. And again, more than 3.1 crore Indians have reported been using cannabis. Cannabis includes what all? Bhang is there. Then there is ganja, then there is heroin, then there is opium, right? Charas is there, charas. These are all cannabis category. So there are around 3.1 crore people who have been using this cannabis products. And country liquor accounts for 30% of the total liquor consumption, and Indian made foreign liquor is also having the same amount of consumption. Okay, so what is the government intervention coming under this? The first intervention is ENCODE. ENCODE is the Narco Coordination Center. ENCODE. Okay, you can use it for the prelims purpose as well as for the main purpose. Okay, for enhancing your answer, you can quote such points. So, ENCODE is also there. At the same time, it is actually a financial assistance scheme to the states for narcotic control. Again, there is another thing called as National Fund for Control of Drug Abuse. Again, financial support. Okay, National Fund for Drug Control. Then we have one more thing, NAPDDR. Okay, this is National Action Plan for Drug Demand Reduction. Okay, so this is under Ministry of Social Justice and Empowerment. So if you have to write any answers from the social justice part, you can quote this also. The next topic we are going to deal is the skills built platform. So India is the 4th country actually where the skill builds platform have been launched. Okay. So that is why this is a news, and it is a digital platform basically. It is by IBM. IBM is a company. IBM, it will enable this holistic learning and it is aligning with Skill India. Skill India is an initiative of government, and it is launched by Director General of Training under Skill Development Ministry. So as a part of this program, a 2-year advanced diploma in IT. Networking and cloud computing will be created and designed by IBM, and it will be offered to the IITs and NSITs. NSITs is the National Skill Training Institute. So it will be provided to ITI. ITI is Industrial Training Institute. Heard of it? ITI. So ITI and NSTI. So they will be providing this scheme. So what is the main purpose of the scheme? One thing, it will be giving a personal assessment. Okay, so you will actually know your capacities and your personality via this My Inner Genius. There is a program called as My Inner Genius. You will understand what you are, what is your capacity. That will be provided to the students, and they will also learn the foundational knowledge about the digital technologies. They'll get the professional skills. They will have the capacity to solve the problems, communication, resume writing. Okay, and they'll also get recommendation on a role-based education for specific job. What need to be studied for getting this particular job, that will be given. Okay, so that is all about this particular skill mission. The next topic is Jaga mission. It is Jaga mission. So Odisha bags World Habitat Award for Jaga mission. That is why it is in news. So the World Habitat Award, it has been given by World Habitat. Okay, easy, World Habitat. What is World Habitat? It's a UK based organization. It works along with UN Habitat. UN Habitat is famous. It is a part of United Nations organization. So it works, World Habitat and UN Habitat works along with each other, and they actually identify, recognize the innovation and outstanding ideas, projects that has been given from various parts of the world. So Odisha now bags the World Habitat Award. Why? Because Odisha, there is a mission called as Odisha Livable Habitat Mission. It is called as OLHM, Odisha Livable Habitat Mission. So it is also called as JAGA. It is a society under the Housing and Urban Development Department of Government of Odisha. It's a state program, and it will transform the slums into livable habitat with all the necessary civic infrastructure and services, and you will have a better living in that particular area. So the slum land tilting mission was being executed in collaboration with the Tata Trust, Tata, and there is Norman Foster Foundation. So both are collaborating with Government of Odisha in order to make this possible. So this was started in 2008. That is why they got the award, the World Habitat Award right now. Okay. So that's all for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the session. If you have any doubts or queries, please let me know in the comment section. And for more news, you may visit our website www.neoiascap.com. Thank you so much and good night.
Like, share and subscribe to our channel for more videos. Follow our website neoiascap.com for the detailed content and monthly prelims digest. Also join our current affairs exclusive test series through the website. And finally, participate in the daily current affairs prelims infotainment quiz at our Telegram channel, that is Neo IAS Prelims, at 9:30 p.m. every day. Thank you.